The Fallacy Detective by Nathaniel Bluedorn and Hans Bluedorn, Lesson 27. Post hoc ergo propter hoc in statistics. We have all heard people tell us, young man, you want to make plenty of money when you grow up, don't you? Well, you need to attend the best college you can afford. Studies have shown the better the college you go to, the more money you can make later in life. Concerned friend. Your concerned friend is only thinking of your future happiness. He thinks going to a good college will make you richer. He thinks his advice is backed up with the hard, cold evidence, and it is. It's only the interpretation he gets all wrong. Your concerned friend has probably seen a study similar to this one. A prominent college, let's call it Stonehenge College, will look up all the people who graduated about 20 years before and survey them. How much money they are making, what kind of jobs they have, etc. The results confirm what they thought. The average Stonehenge graduate makes $75,000 a year and has a condo in Palm Beach. They will then compare this with the numbers from similar studies done by less prominent colleges, and bang, Stonehenge graduates make more money. I can't argue with the numbers, you say. Then you can't argue with the conclusion, they say. Attending Stonehenge College will make you a rich person, right? Wrong. Enter post hoc ergo propter hoc. If the average Stonehenge graduate makes more money after attending Stonehenge, that doesn't mean he is making more money because he attended Stonehenge. And incidentally, if you attend Stonehenge, you aren't necessarily going to be rich either. Then how do you explain these hard, cold facts? Why do Stonehenge graduates make more money if it isn't because they went to Stonehenge, they ask. It's true that having a Stonehenge diploma may automatically get you a high paying job. However, if Stonehenge College is as highly ranked as it claims to be, it would probably be difficult to get into unless you are both smart and motivated. So the real cause for these Stonehenge graduates making a lot of money is not that they went to Stonehenge College, but the fact that they are smart and motivated. A and B don't have to actually follow each other in time to be a post hoc ergo propter hoc. They can both happen at the same time. This fallacy is also being committed when someone says that since A and B are commonly seen together, one must have caused the other. A recent study by the New England Association of Connection Concoctors finds that there is a great difference in test scores between people who listen to classical music and people who listen to more popular music. People who normally listen to at least 15 minutes of classical music a day scored much higher on standardized tests than people who normally listened to heavy metal. Those who listened to country music scored the lowest. The report says these results have far reaching ramifications for our everyday life. Music has a far greater power on our basic functions than we ever thought. Something Hans made up. Look out for their obvious conclusions. If you want to score higher on a test, break out the Mozart. And to carry it a step further, heavy metal music makes you dumb. If classical music and good grades are seen together, then the classical music must have caused the good grades. We all want this to be true, and it even seems logical. But why couldn't it be the other way around? The people who do well on tests are smarter and tend to have a better taste in music and listen to classical. And those who tend to do worse on tests listen to heavy metal and country. Does failing to brush your teeth encourage you to murder? A recent study conducted over the past 50 years has revealed a relationship between toothbrush scale and crime rates. Whenever toothbrush sales in the United States drop, the crime rate climbs. Also, when people start to buy more toothbrushes, there are fewer crimes. This is astounding, says the president of Colgate. We have seen we have always recommended that people brush their teeth, but we never thought it was this important. Another thing Hans made up. People draw wild conclusions between things which would normally appear to be totally unrelated. This example could be a case where an overlooked cause is behind both things. The economy takes a dive and people don't have enough money to buy new toothbrushes. And people turn to crime because their businesses aren't doing too well. Also a result of bad economy. Exercises A. What form of faulty reasoning, if any, is being used in the following examples? Number 1, Jenny. You know jaywalking is against the law, don't you? Bert. And I suppose you never jaywalked in your life? Number 2. I heard candidate Schwartz say that he wasn't a Democrat, so he must be running on the Republican ticket. Number 3. Mister, I've changed my mind. I decided not to marry you. Miss. But we've been planning on getting married all afternoon. Mister, well, I know, but I heard most suicides are committed in June. We all know that most weddings are in June. Marriages must drive guys to suicide. I don't want to get depressed and kill myself. 4. Mister, well, maybe I will marry you. Miss, what? Why are you changing your mind again? Mister, I heard somewhere else that married people live longer than unmarried people. I don't want to die young. Miss, that's it. Just forget the whole thing. I'm not going to marry such a fickle guy. All you care about is yourself. Number 5. Studies have shown that people who exercise several times a week have a lower chance of heart disease. You should exercise. It certainly won't do you any harm, and it might do you some good. Number 6, Jenny. I think I'm going to become a vegetarian. It will make me healthier. Bert, why? How do you know it will make you healthier? Jenny, because I read somewhere that vegetarians are healthier than the average American. Number 7, government report. A low income level seems to be the greatest factor contributing to why some families, where both parents work full time, are still below the poverty line. Number 8. A few years ago, they raised the speed limit in this state to 75 miles per hour, and now we have a higher accident rate. I think the higher speed limit is causing more accidents. If people are driving faster, they can't control their vehicles as well, and this results in more accidents. Number 9. Babe Ruth always used Louisville Sluggers whenever he went up to bat. He said they were the best bats around. All the New York Yankees use them. In fact, I think I'll buy one. Number 10. Our rooster crows every morning. Then the sun comes up. How do you understand? Now do you understand how important roosters are? 11. I have argued with my pastor 3 times in the last month. Each time he gets angry and those little veins in his forehead stick out. Therefore, anytime anybody argues with him, he will get angry and those little veins will stick out. Number 12, child. Who made God? 13, father. What is that? You have a tattoo? Son, Dad, it's only a little turtle. Father, don't you know that all the people in prison have tattoos? I don't want you to end up there. Number 14. Sleeping too long is bad for your health. Researchers have found that those who sleep for longer than 7 hours a night have a much higher death rate. This 6-year study analyzed the sleeping patterns of over 1 million adults who were over 30 years old. These researchers found that those who slept 8 hours a night were 12% more likely to die within 6 years. Those who slept 5 hours a night lived longer than those who slept more than 8 hours. 15. Why are you punishing me, Mom? I'm your kid. Isn't blood thicker than water?